What I thought I would do as far as this introduction was concerned is to name my favorite 20 movies that have come out in the last 17 years, basically from 1992 to the present. And what's special about that number is these are the films that I admire the most that have come out since I have become a director myself. I'll actually preface this by saying that the first movie on the list is actually my favorite movie that has come out in the last 17 years. All the other ones, I can't really rate them. I can't judge them as 2, 3, 4, so I've just made it all alphabetical. But the first movie is my favorite movie of the last 17 years, and that is the Japanese film Kinji Fukasaku's Battle Royale. If there was any movie that has been made since I've been making movies that I wish I had made, it's that one. Okay, now, starting from number 2 and going on down to 20 in alphabetical order would be Woody Allen's Anything Else. That's the Jason Biggs one. Number 3 would be Takashi Miike's Audition, a true masterpiece if ever there was one. Number 4 would be Troy Hark's martial arts extravaganza The Blade, which is a remake of Shang-Chi's The One-Armed Swordsman. Number 5 would be Paul Thomas Anderson's Boogie Nights. Number 6 would be Rick Linklater's Dazed and Confused. I think maybe the greatest, maybe along with Rio Bravo, the greatest hangout movie ever made. One of the things about Dazed and Confused is just so terrific that is, you could every time you watch it, if you watch it every 3 years or 4 years, the characters are like your friends, and you just like you're hanging out with them again, seeing your old friends. Number 7 would be Lars von Trier's Dogville, which I think is maybe one of the greatest scripts maybe ever written for film, and I actually think if he had actually done it on the stage, he would have won a Pulitzer Prize. 8 would be David Fincher's Fight Club. Number 9 would be the F. Gary Gray comedy Friday, starring Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Number 10 would be the absolutely wonderful Korean monster movie, The Host. Number 11 would be Michael Mann's The Insider. Number 12 would be Park Chan-wook's Joint Security Area, or also known as JSA. 13 would be Sofia Coppola's Lost in Translation. Number 14 would be The Matrix. Now, there was a time, actually, that I would have actually considered Matrix actually the official number 2 after Battle Royale. However, I have to say that time was before Matrix 2 and 3 came out and actually ruined the mythology for me. But even though it did ruin the mythology for me and actually moved the original Matrix down on my list, frankly, I just can't think about it the same way as I did before. It didn't obliterate it entirely. It still has to be on the top 20. Number 15 is one of the most interesting and complex films on this entire list. Is the Korean serial killer police procedural Memories of Murder, directed by the same director who did The Host. Number 16 would be the Jackie Chan film Police Story 3, also known as Super Cop, directed by Stanley Tong, a movie that I think actually probably contains the greatest stunts, and that's even including Buster Keaton, the greatest stunts ever filmed in any movie ever. And look no further than Michelle Yeoh jumping a motorcycle onto a speeding train and actually not quite pulling it off in the outtakes. Number 17, hands down, my favorite British movie that has come out since I've been making movies is Edgar Wright's Shaun of the Dead. Number 18 would be Jan de Bot's Speed, and that's even discounting the last 20 minutes of the movie, which basically, once the bus blows up, the movie's over. But, it might be easy to take Speed for granted now, but if you actually remember when Speed came out, what it was like to sit in the movie theater as that bus was going down the road, there really has been few exhilaration movies quite like it. Number 19 would fall to Trey Parker and Matt Stone's Team America. And the final film on my, alphabetically, on my top 20 list is M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong's Unbreakable, which I actually think, one, not only has Bruce Willis's best performance on film that he's ever given. I think he's absolutely magnificent in the film. It also is a brilliant retelling of the Superman mythology. In fact, so much so that to me the film was very obscure when it came out as far as what it was about. I actually think they did themselves a disservice, because you can actually break down what the film was about by basically one sentence that I think would have proved far more intriguing than their ad campaign, which is basically, what if Superman was here on Earth and didn't know he was Superman? Which is what the film is about. Of course, you don't know that until you see the movie. Anyway, Unbreakable is, I actually think, one of the masterpieces of our time.